Let's go back up to Ascension Parish and Jacqueline Quinn. And Jacqueline was able to walk us through with a woman who was trying to get into her front door, and as she was unlocking it, the door blew in, sucked her inside, and showed just how quickly things can go awry when we have weather like this.
Yeah, that's right. And that was just about a half mile from where we are right now. This is Chris Drive near 933. And pretty much the same scene here. A lot of these trees, large trees, fallen over. Crews are already here on the scene helping some of the residents clear the streets here. But it's also affected the power lines. And then just look at this home over here, basically completely destroyed. And the owner here, this is Don Averett, who was inside, and he got up with just seconds before this hit. Can you tell me, Don, what you saw, what happened?
Well, the main thing is what we was hearing more than what we could see. Because of hearing all the noise, it just get louder and louder. We could tell it was picking up. I was actually looking at the radar on my phone, and then when I seen that it was getting close and the wind picked up, I run and grabbed my wife. We went and got into the bathtub in the middle bathroom, and within 5 seconds the tree come through the house, and one in the back of the house.
Where were you? Like, as he's pointing around,
well, you can't actually see where I was at. It was straight into that, far into that tree is where my living room is. So
that tree right now is on top of where you were sitting.
It's right through the center of my living room, right where I was sitting, right on my sofa.
Tell me how long it lasted, and then how long you had to stay in position.
Well, once we got out to be able to call somebody, we was only probably a couple of minutes before we come out of the bathroom because it got quiet. So once it got quiet, I knew everything was going to be okay because I didn't want to stay in there in case something else would fall. So I called to 911. They came and helped us. We had to climb through one of the other bedroom windows because we couldn't go out the back of the house or the front because it was all surrounded by trees.
Now, you're a former firefighter.
I am a retired firefighter from Baton Rouge.
Yes,
and so, yeah, I've dealt with this before, but it's different when it hits at home. So, yeah, so the main thing, like I say, is as long as we're safe. I hate to see the house. My wife is devastated because she's going to lose the whole house. The house is going to have to be tore down. There's no saving it. And but that's just what it is. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it as long as we're safe. That's what matters.
What are your nerves like right now, I have to ask?
I'm kind of settled down because I'm used to this because of being a firefighter for 25 years. I've helped a lot of people. You just don't expect it to happen to you. But I'm pretty good. It's just my mind won't stop because of thinking all the things I have to do. Like what I got to do to get this removed, what I got to do, where am I going to live, and things like that. I'm fortunate that I have 3 sons. I'll live with one of my sons for a while and then go from there.
Now, this area has had to deal with flooding nearby?
No. We've had flooding when we had the big flood a few years back. It actually came like the next street over, all the way to that street, but it never got to my house. So all around me flooded, but not this street. I was lucky.
Have you seen tornadoes in this area?
No, I have not. I have not seen a tornado around here. I mean, Gustav, when the hurricane came through in Gustav, we actually had a limb tear off that end of the house, right down beside it. Well, we wasn't here at the time because we went to stay with friends. So this is the second time a storm has damaged our house.
All right, Don, just stay here just a little bit. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Sure.
But, you know, so far he's saying no injuries around here, and he's so fortunate because he really just got up in the right amount of time. He said about 5 seconds, and then this tree just fell right over where he was sitting. He was sitting on a chair there. Around this neighborhood, a lot of trees down, but it looks like a lot of the damage has been restricted to this home. And again, this is just about a half mile away from where we were earlier. And when I was talking with the sheriff, he believes at least that this tornado may have started or touched over there and then came north in this direction. So that's south of where we're standing right now. But right now we're going to talk to some people around here. And Eric, I'd like to send it back to you.
Before you go, when you talked to Don, did he think it was a tornado that hit him? Did he hear that railroad sound or train car sound that people hear so often with a tornado?
He's trying to get this boat out of here.
You know, he just told me that he heard trees cracking, those limbs cracking, and he knew that it was about time. Again, because he's had 25 years experience being a firefighter, he knows that when he hears certain things like that, that's a sign to shelter in place. And so he said he got up and grabbed his wife, and it was just within 5 seconds that this tree right in front of his house fell over. You can't quite see the living room really, but he said this tree towards just the back, maybe behind the door where you can see that there, that's where he was sitting. He got up, but he was also watching the warnings at the time. Did he know that it was a tornado? He had an inclination. He knew to shelter in place at the right time, it seems.
Yeah, and that quick thinking saved him and his wife, so we're glad they're okay, but I feel bad about that house being destroyed. Let's get